Alright, so what's up guys? We're back for video 3, just like we promised.
Yo.
We're going to talk about some new stuff today.
Yep. So far we've introed, we've also talked about goals as to why you're in the gym. And today we're going to hit up some body types.
Yeah, that way when we go through and actually put together a workout plan that's specific for you, you know where you fall, you know, amongst these. Alright, and what they mean and why we do certain things.
First body type we're going to get into is an ectomorph.
Which I guess I might as well just take it over because that's kind of me.
Yeah.
Typically, ectomorph is somebody that's tall, skinny, lanky. You could have somewhat kind of broad shoulders, but you tend to have like a smaller shoulder base. You have skinnier bones. It's really hard to put on weight. Basically, like your body can burn through calories like it's nothing. So when it comes to like lifting and nutrition, there's certain things that you're going to want to take into account if this is your body type. And we'll go into what those are when we get to those videos later. But then we move on to that next one.
Mesomorph, which we consider myself a mesomorph. It's a little bit easier to gain weight, but it's also very easy to burn it off if I watch what I'm doing as far as my diet goes. It's easier for me to put on muscle.
You're kind of like he's kind of like the middle ground.
Middleman.
Right, and then the last one we'll get into is the endomorph, which is really like, our bigger bone type of people. We got wider hips, wide shoulders. It's really easy to put on weight. Really the exact opposites, really.
Yeah. And endomorphs are usually like power lifters, just big dudes.
Right, just think of this like smallest to largest. That's really the easiest way to remember that.
Yep.
Since there's only 3 of them, so it's either you're either this, or if you're not either one of those, you're right there in the middle.
Yep.
But just to touch over it again, like ectomorph, someone like me, skinny, lanky, a little bit longer limbs, harder to put on weight. You got to eat more calories. You got to be very, very specific about your nutrition. Eat all the time is what it feels like.
Me, mesomorph, easier to gain weight, but also gotta watch my diet so I don't gain too much weight. Easier for me to gain muscle as well.
Right. Also easier for him to hold on to fat.
Yeah.
Ectomorphs have a harder time holding on to fat because their metabolisms are so high.
Quick.
Right. So then when we get to the last one there, obviously it's the complete opposite end of what I am.
Yeah.
Really easy for you guys to put on weight. Kind of jealous. For real. I know you're not, but I am. It's really easy for you to put on weight. You got to do a lot more cardio. You got to be very, very, very specific about your nutrition and your diet. Mm-hmm. And you also got to be very specific about what type of workouts you do. Like for instance, like for me, I got to do a lot of my workouts. I got to go high weight and high volume, because for me to actually stress my muscles out, to rip those muscle fibers apart, so that I can go home and regrow them by eating healthy foods and taking care of my body. I got to work a little bit different in the gym from somebody that's endomorph, where you can probably go in there and do more of like a powerlifting type of workout, and you're gonna throw weight on like you ain't even mean to, like for real.
Right.
Like when you see those big guys in the gym, they just
Ripping
deadlifting 5, right? Just
on
for
bench.
50, or yeah, right. That one dude in the gym, bro, he'd be doing like 450 on the fucking deadlift, and I'm like, dude, you compete? And he's like, nah, man, I'm just strong. I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you lifting so much weight? Like, your back has to hurt.
That's pretty much it. That wraps up body types. I mean, if you want more research or like more information, not more research, just look it up.
Yeah.
You know what they are. Do a little bit of research.
And something I plan on start doing, we'll probably go back to the other videos that we did since we didn't do this. I'm gonna try to drop some actual research articles down in the or the description of the video.
Perfect.
That way, if you guys are like, these dudes know what they're talking about, like cool, whatever, you can just look at what we're basically referencing.
Right.
Because we feel like that's important. That way, you've got something to check against other than just like an article on GQ.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys for
Video 4.
Deuces.